My name is Dr. Don Wicker, and today we're going to take a look at organizational behavior. In this lecture series, we're going to look at the foundation competencies. And the first foundation competency is self-competency. We're going to look at communication competency. We're going to look at diversity competency, ethics competency, a cross-cultural competency, team competency, and we're going to summarize it with change competency. Let's take a look. First of all, self-competency, which is the overall ability to assess your own strengths and weaknesses and set and pursue professional and personal goals, balance work and personal life, engage in new learning, including new or modified skills and behaviors and attitudes. So when we talk about foundation abilities and self-competencies, we want to understand your personality and attitudes, perceive and appraise, interpret, understand work-related motivation and emotions. What is involved in the emotions? Assessing and establishing developmental life-related and work-related goals. Taking responsibility for managing yourself and your career. Back in the 80s when I worked for General Motors Corporation, we had a department, which was Human Resource Department, and they were involved in managing our career. You fast forward to 2008, and all individuals should be in charge of managing their careers. Communication competency, the overall ability to use all modes of transmission, understanding, receiving, ideas, thoughts, feelings, verbal, listening, nonverbal, written, and electronic. And when you think about the foundation abilities in the communication competency, conveying information, ideas, and emotions to others, providing constructive feedback to others, engaging in active listening, using and interpreting nonverbal communication, engaging verbal communication effectively, engaging in written communication effectively, and of course the use of a variety of computer-based information resources. When you think about our text messaging systems and our different communication systems, you have to be an expert in all of those systems. Now we're going to take a look at diversity competency. What is diversity competency? Well, diversity competency is the overall ability to value unique individual group characteristics, embrace such characteristics as potential sources of organizational strength, appreciate the uniqueness of each individual. And it also involves the ability to help people work effectively together, even though their interests and background may be quite diverse. Foundation abilities and diversity competency. Fostering an environment of inclusion, learning from others' differences, supporting diversity, working with others because of their talents and contributions, providing leadership in addressing diversity, applying diversity laws, regulations, and policies. And if you think about our categories of diversity, we have primary categories and we have secondary categories. In our primary categories of diversity, we have age, race, gender, physical abilities and qualities. And in our secondary categories, we have education, work experience, income, marital status, religious beliefs, and geographical locations. Our next competency is ethics competency. And ethics competency is our overall ability to incorporate values, principles that distinguish right from wrong in making decisions and choosing behaviors. Foundation abilities in ethics competencies. Identifying and describing ethical principles, assessing the importance of ethical issues, applying laws, regulations, and rules in making decisions, taking action, demonstrating dignity and respect for others, being honest and open in communication. Across cultural competencies, the overall ability to recognize and embrace similarities among nations and cultures, and then approach key organizational and strategic issues with an open and curious mind. Foundation abilities of cross-cultural competencies: understanding, appreciating the unique cultural characteristics, appreciating influence of work-related values, understanding and motivated employees with different values and attitudes, communicating in the local language, effectively working with those from foreign countries, utilizing a global mindset. That is key in a cross-cultural competency, utilizing a global mindset. Team competency, the overall ability to develop, support, and facilitate or lead groups to achieve organizational goals. And when we think about our foundation abilities and team competency, we're thinking about determining the use and fit of a team, setting clear performance goals, defining responsibility and task, and demonstrating accountability for goal achievement, applying decision-making methods, resolving conflicts, assessing performance, and taking corrective action as needed. And this is all involved in the team competency. If you understand a team competency, you should have all of these foundation abilities. Our last category of competency is change competency, which is the overall ability to recognize and implement needed adoptions of entirely new transformations in people, tasks, strategies, strengths, or technologies. Foundation abilities and change competency. Applying other 6 competencies in the pursuit of needed changes. Providing leadership of planned change. Diagnosing the pressures and resistance to change, and you're always going to have resistance to change. And applying the system and mode and processes to facilitate change. Dealing with the new knowledge to facilitate change is also a big key. And that concludes lecture series number 1. We want to thank you for your time, and we look forward to talking to you again during our lecture series number 2, where the topic will be understanding individual differences. Thank you and good luck.